Hi, today I'm going to be showing you how to make hair conditioner. An emulsion is a continuation of our emulsion class. This formula, I created it in such a way that it can be used as body moisturizer, it can be used as rinse out conditioner and leave-in conditioner. It depends on the type of hair that is using it. If your hair does not have weight, then you can use it as rinse out conditioner. But if your hair has weight, like type 4 kind of hair, then you leave it as leave-in conditioner. So for body, it's to just condition the skin. The ingredients we are going to be using: distilled water, of course. We need sodium lactate as the humectant. We need niacinamide, vitamin B3 as the circulation boosting. I know you are surprised that I'm using vitamin B3 niacinamide for hair products, but you can go and do your research. I always tell you, research is very important. You can go and do your research. You see that niacinamide too is also good for hair. It helps in hair circulation. It boosts hair growth. So we need chelating agent, which is disodium EDTA. BTMS 50 will be our emulsifier because it has conditioning agents. We are not going to be using emulsifying wax this time around. You can use that, but know that it will not do the same work. So for hair products, it's best to use BTMS 50. If you don't have 50, you use BTMS 25. And the co-emulsifier we'll be using will be cetyl alcohol. Cetyl alcohol also has conditioning effects. That is why we are choosing it as co-emulsifier. And BTMS 50 in our notes already told you does not really work with stearic acid. We are also not going to be adding gum because it does not really go with BTMS 50 also. So then you can use any type of oil or butter. You can choose to use only oil. This time around, I'm using shea butter and my infused oil. I've infused this is sunflower oil, which has been infused with neem and rosemary and some other type of herbs. So you can use any type of oil. You can use coconut oil, baobab, or any oil that is good for the skin and the hair. You can make it in different. You can decide to make your body conditioner or body moisturizer, body cream, or you can use it as just hair conditioner. So I'm just telling you, they both have the same and if you are making only body cream, you can remove all the conditioning agents. You can use any type of wax. You can use any type of co-emulsifier, but since it's because we're going to be using it as air conditioner, which is why we purposely chose the BTMS 50. I'm also going to be adding hydrolyzed milk protein, which is the protein that is going to be there for the hair. It's also good for the skin. You can Google all these things, all the advantage of all these ingredients. You see that they are very good for the skin and hair. Then the antioxidant we are going to be using is going to be vitamin E alpha tocopherol. You can use acetate, but know that it's not going to be an antioxidant for your product. It's only going to be for the skin. So I usually like buying alpha tocopherol. Also, we are going to be adding provitamin B5 DL panthenol. DL panthenol is a vitamin, of course, which is also good for both hair and the skin. Polyquaternium serum, which is going to be the conditioning. If you don't have this, you can use cetrimonium chloride, if I guess that right. Yeah, so those two can be used as conditioning agents. You can Google it. Google is your friend. So Any type of essential oil can be used, and you can decide to skip it. So but for this formula, I'm using lavender essential oil and peppermint essential oil. I like peppermint essential oil in my hair product. I don't know why, but I like that minty kind of this thing, but I don't like it to be too strong, which is why I always mix it with either rosemary essential oil or lavender essential oil. Then you can use any type of fragrance, or you can also skip it. It's your choice, but right now I'm going to be using fragrance. My preservative, and as long as it contains water, you need preservative. This one, there's no doubt about it. Even if you're just going to be using water, oil and emulsifier as emulsion, and without adding any other ingredients, you still need preservative. I'm choosing Uzil PE9010, although yeah, you can use German liquid German plus or the powder. You can use GeoGuard. You can use anytime. You can research your preservative, and in the class notes it is already there talking about essential preservative. I'm going to be adjusting the pH of this formula with triethylamine, but with the sodium lactate there, it can also help boost the pH. I might not need to adjust it much, or even adjust it to 6. Most times if you are making hair products, you need the pH to be around 4.5 and 5.5, but because of the niacinamide, because if it's body and you really need the niacinamide to really work well, you need to keep the pH at 6. But if it's air, 4.5, 5.5. Since we are going to be making use of it in this product, we'll make the pH to be like 6, nothing more than 6, you understand? So those are the things we are going to be. Okay, so I didn't talk about the measurement. So for this formula, I'm making 500 gram. So for distilled water, I'm using 402.5 gram, sodium lactate 15 gram, vitamin B3 5 gram, EDTA 1 gram, BTMS 15 gram, cetyl alcohol 10 gram, shea butter 5 gram, infused sunflower oil 10 gram, hydrolyzed protein. You can use any other type of protein, cornmeal, oats, silk, milk, any type you choose to. I'm using 10 gram rather, tocopherol 2.5 gram, provitamin B5 2.5 gram, polyquanterium 7 10 gram, lavender essential oil 1.25, peppermint essential oil 1.25 gram, fragrance oil 4 gram, the preservative I'm using 5 gram, then QS for the what's it called, pH adjuster, which is QS means quantity sufficient. So you've been taught in class, and of course we need tools, the scale, the what's it called, beaker, stirring rod, spatula. You need thermometer, you need a pH meter or pH strip, whichever one you have. For the small quantity, you need precision scale. For big, if you are still making samples, because this is what you need. You need your hand glove, you need your sterilizing equipment. You must always sterilize before you start formulating. So without wasting much more of your time, we are going to still the same thing that you have been taught in your emulsion class. So we'll start weighing out all our ingredients, put the two phases on heat. Then when they've reached the emulsify the make the emulsion, pour the water inside or oil, or the oil inside water, whichever one you choose to. Allow it to cool. As it's cooling, you are still stirring it, and then By the time it reach 40 degrees centigrade or below, you can add your cool down phase. Your cool down phase should be your protein, tocopherol, panthenol, polyquaternium, essential oil, fragrance, or preservative. Those should be in your cool down phase. So time to formulate. Further water, sodium lactate. I need 15 grams. Sodium lactate makes soap harder if you are using it for soap, and is an humectant. It can help increase the pH of your formula without stressing yourself. So I like using it in any niacinamide product I'm making. If not, I would have just opted for glycerin. You can also use propanediol, propylene glycol, any other humectant, ionic acid. It depends on you, your choice. So it's time to weigh the niacinamide. 5 grams. Tie your scale. 5 grams. 5 grams. That's 4. That's 5. Then EDTA, I only need 1 gram of EDTA. Tie your scale. One gram, and that's that. You don't need much of EDTA. Between 0.1, I usually use between 0.1 and 0.2%. So that's my water phase. Going to put it on to double boil, and then come back to weigh the oil phase. Lest I forget, before I put it on heat, I'm going to weigh everything with beaker, so that by the time I finish heating it, if the water, any of the quantity of water evaporated, then I can always replace it before I start putting it in my emulsion. So I have 753 grams now. Yeah, I'm going to change my scale again. What I'm weighing is not much. Can you see BTMS 50? It's different from emulsifying wax, and I think it takes longer to melt than emulsifying wax. Then I need cetyl alcohol, 10 grams of that. And voila. Five grams of shea butter. That's not for the oil face. This one too is going and heat. I'll be right back. So it's reduced, so I'm going to add more. Can you see how it is liquid? So as it's cooling down, it will be getting thicker. I purposely put it because it's small quantity and I didn't want to waste my time, so I put it inside a bowl of water for it to cool faster. So which you can also, so as it's cooling down, I will still be blending it in order for it to continue to emulsify, because as it's cooling down it might start separating if you don't blend well. It's already leaving traces, which means it's getting thicker. Right now is at 49.6, but we need it to be lower than that, like 40 degrees centigrade below. Let's see it again. See, it's thicker. Now let's check the temperature. 46.3, almost there. So as it's cooling, I'm going to weigh the cool down phase now. This is the antioxidant. Polyquat. Essential oil. Fragrance. Preservative. Careful, too much fragrant preservative is also not good. Thank you. So that's all for the cool down phase. Okay, remaining one, hydrolyzed milk protein. Now add it to the lotion. Can you see? So let's check the temperature. Now we can add the cool down face. It's time to check the pH. I'm going to take a little quantity, mix it with water, and then check the pH. So you can either use your pH strip or you use your pH meter. But pH meter is more accurate than pH strip, which means it's only when you're just starting out, you don't have pH meter yet, that you can still opt for pH strip. But as time goes on, you must use pH meter. This is at this is between 5 and 6, almost 6. So you can see we are not accurate, so which means this is where pH meter is better to give you the accurate measurement. What I will do is to increase it a little bit with triethylamine. Then I can now check the pH again. See, this triethylamine, you only need few drop, very few. Why it's still a little bit high, the pH is a little bit high, is because of the sodium lactate that we added. See the consistency? See how beautiful it is. Let's recheck the pH. Yeah, like 6. I'm going to use pH meter.